Hi everyone. Yesterday I got I wouldn't say frustrated, but I ran into a barrier yesterday. And Now that I've fasted another 12 hours, it doesn't seem that bothersome anymore. And it makes me want to rethink about how I view how I think about my eating schedule. Yesterday, when I got back to my Airbnb, for some reason my password didn't work on the door anymore, and I had to call the landlord, and he gave me a universal password to get in the door, and then he fixed everything. He was very quick to respond to that. The problem is that I wasn't fasting at the time this happened, and things just seem a lot more heightened than they need to be. Everything. It's not even just being locked out of the home, but problems at work, relationship problems, problems with my computer. Sometimes my internet connection doesn't work. See, all that seems a lot more relaxed when I'm in a fasting state. When I'm not fasting, every little detail just seems like a big emergency to me for some reason. Maybe it's what I'm eating. I might have to reevaluate that as well, but more likely the schedule. See, yesterday I thought I was in the clear. I had already finished talking on YouTube. I had finished writing games. I was going to go out for a walk. And so I went out to get some of my favorite foods. And I thought I was in the clear. I thought I was done interacting with people for the rest of the day. And that's a tricky one. You never know when you have to interact with somebody. Uh, anyway, uh, which is really annoying. The other annoying thing about this is that after COVID-19 is all over, I might think about relocating and obviously getting a new job, right? And a lot of the job interviews that I get involved in involve a meal. And that interferes with how I feel during the rest of the interview. I'm going to have to think about how I'm going to sell the idea of, can we do something else besides meeting up for a meal during the interview? I'm going to have to think hard about how to negotiate that. I think it can be done. I would hate to cause a scene as my first impression at the job. If you guys have any suggestions for this, feel free to leave a comment. But everything just feels so much more lightweight when I'm fasting. In the past, I thought about maybe on interview day, just say, I don't have a good appetite today. Let's just forge ahead with the interview. We'll meet up for lunch another time. But now, in 2020, losing your appetite is probably not a very pleasant topic to talk about, especially when people are in close proximity to you, right? So that's a tricky one too. But given how I felt last night and how I feel about things today, now that I've had a time to fast, it's a very important concept for me that I get to fast during my job interview. So I'll have to think about that. You see, what's really annoying is that when you go apply for a job, one of the first things you see on the job application is that you don't have to disclose any disabilities that don't interfere, that don't affect your ability to do the job, right? I don't work at a place where we're eating for people's entertainment, right? And yet, you have to disclose if you don't want to eat during the job interview. That just feels like hypocrisy to me. If that's not hypocrisy, I don't know what is, right? But I thought I'd just point that out because that's a very frustrating topic to me.